Oh snap! Looky here! What's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Medu's back with another Alliance War video, and this time season 24 has kicked off. Now, if you don't know how season 23 went, you could go back to the previous videos and have a look. And this war, our first matchup of the season, we are actually going against a very good Alliance DSVG, who, let me say, are a bunch of good guys. I mean, I was there for half a season probably, and it was one of the best Alliance I've been in. Shout out to the guys over there. So as soon as I saw who we were going against, I was a bit happy, and you know, I was like a little more relaxed. But anyways, all that joy came to an end really fast. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we can only move forward from what a terrible first matchup we had. When I say terrible, if you want to see what terrible was, you just stay tuned. But as you can see, I took a browse through their map, look for anything out of the ordinary, and of course, yes, they had some very good placement. They had some champs ranked up that you would never believe was R3 champions, which were actually very good defenders, and it kind of surprised me. But I wouldn't take it away from them. They are knowledgeable when it comes to the game, and I didn't expect anything less. Or maybe they just watched my video on defenders and they just did what I said to do. Yeah, maybe, yeah, we'll just stick with that. But anyways, shout out to the guys at DSVG for a good first war. They did pretty well. So I'm going to take you guys through my matchup, and my matchup did not start off well. Now, as you guys know, my phone has been giving me issues since season 22, and I have yet to get a new one with the overheating problems that I've been having and the glitches. But I do know it's my fault technically for playing on a crappy iPhone X. But I'm just going to move past that, and whatever happens, I take full responsibility for it. But I will show you guys the matchups that I really took and was really scared for. That is actually a R3 Rhino. Shout out to Zoom there for taking his Rhino to R3. Hopefully it gets some kills during the season, but I think I'm going to go against him, and we'll see how that one turns out. Currently, my alliance has 1 death. DSVG obviously has 0. And I'm going to go against this Night Trasher. You know the man, the myth. I didn't know he ranked 3 his Night Trasher, but it was a pretty good defender. I didn't pick AA because of Night Trasher, so I decided to come in with Colossus and do a little bit of damage. You know, I am running max suicides. I did put extra in my masteries when it comes to attack, and as you could see, I'm praying that Colossus actually crit as many times as he possibly can. So the goal here is simple. I'm just going to heavy parry for the entire fight. And is that a good gameplay? Yes, because it's Colossus, you really do not have to do anything much. Bait out the special one. I should have parried those projectiles, but I didn't really feel like I had to, so I just didn't. But you will see that I will take a little bit of recoil damage, but at the end of the day, the fight is over within 30 seconds. I would like to see that Night Trash on another node. I'm thinking of a node that he could go on, but I will keep that to myself and see if I could see somebody place him there later on, if they even have him ranked up. So the next one is Quake versus Havoc. Now, you guys know previously I've taken this a million times and said that I was a lot more comfortable taking that fight with Quake. And let's just say this is one of the instances that I totally regret going into a fight straight after another fight. I think this is the only fight I went from one fight straight into the other. Now, every time I do that, I know I run the chance or the risk of getting my phone glitching, well, overheating. So basically what happened when the phone overheats, is the character starts to move slow, like it's in a slow motion, like it's slow motion. So the only thing you could do here is pause. Even when you pull down the phone to pause it like this, it just overhits. And apparently, yeah, I went back and he was pushed to an SP2 and straight into my face. That was the only death I had. But this is what it is. I did learn. So I did enter this fight about a few minutes later after my phone cooled down. I did have to revive Quake, and I did have to put a bit of pots into her to take her back up since I was boosted. Now, I totally didn't realize that the nodes were not linked anymore. I totally forgot basically. So I went to heavy him because usually it's knockdown, but I'm like, oh shoot, it's not knockdown. That's why I attempted to go knock him down. But at the end of the day, this fight is a very simple fight. It's a unduped Sasquash. It's usually a problem for some attackers, but I'm using Quake, so this one will be easy. Plus I'm running max suicides, so basically all I have to do is don't get hit. So basically if you look at Quake's health there, you will realize that I'm past, well, I'm at what, 54%. And after that, this is the reason why I dislike suicides most of the time. I'm running max suicides and I'm taking a shitload of damage for no reason apparently. I mean, we have a 5-minute timer, so why the hell did I even decide to run suicides? But I did know I had it on because I was doing a event quest and I was making videos with Ghost. But it is what it is, and that match was over. I do know I ran the risk of losing a bit of health, but I do have pots that I could use and I saved up from last season. So this one with Moleman, I'm going to take it. He's on Prowess, Mixmaster, nothing too difficult. So shout out to Notch, who actually placed White Magneto pre-fight on him, which made it a bit easy for me. But I am going to make a dumb error at the starting. I usually do it for every matchup. I usually parry at the start just to see if the opponent is running Limber, if their Limber is maxed out. But I totally forgot Colossus. The White Mag pre-fight was passive, so I do have that passive stun. So at the start of the fight, you will see that I did parry and back away to check to see if the opponent was running Limber. Now, it is a good thing to do, not when there's a White Magneto pre-fight, but it is a good thing to do every match. Get a parry in and see if they are running Limber. Do not do it on the node Limber, of course, but just to be sure and you do not make the mistake of going for a medium heavy combo, you do want to see if the opponent is running Limber. So I do not know if Solar is actually running Limber, but I don't worry about it in this matchup because all I have to worry about here is not getting hit by Moleman's specials. So as you could see, I'm going to drop my first special 2 and it only crit 11 and 12, and that's quite disappointing, especially since I'm running max suicide on Colossus. So I will really try to take the chance again to see if I could get a crit in, and I am going to push for another special 2. So far the fight is going good. All I have to do is try to get that special 2 off, and still only 12k and 14k, and I'm thinking Colossus is very disappointing at this time. But he's my favorite champ, and I'm thinking, yeah, maybe he will recover, you know. So I'm going back in, get some heavies in, and obviously I want my boy Colossus to do a little bit more damage before this match ends, especially since I lost so much health from the recoil. But as you can see, he is not critting, so I went for a special 1 to finish off, and it didn't. Wow, my life just full of disappointment right now. But at the end of the day, it was 47 hits to get Moleman down. It is actually a very good placement, so I'm not too mad about that. I did expect it, but I expected a lot more crits from Colossus since I've always been good to him. But I'll just take that disappointment. Now my phone is still giving issues at this point up onto Mojo, and my alliance member had Human Torch, but Notch didn't. Notch used this pre-fight at the starting against Man-Thing on lane 1, so the only option there was for me to go against Mole Man with Quake. And as you can see, I'm still getting the issues with my phone, although I did let it rest for a little bit before I went into that match. So I'm going to turn off my Bluetooth and take a chance and go into this match and pray that Mojo does not get the dash back. Oh, my kid is annoying. The dash back on his prompt, but I'm just gonna risk it with Quake, and it is actually a good placement. It's not one of it. It can be tricky, especially if you do use Human Touch and get cornered with that Kinetic, or he does use his special 2. You will be in for a lot of problems, or even the special 1 on the block. Yeah, so Quake Hair is actually a good option. I don't think I will be comfortable using a Quake against a rank 3 Mojo, but this is just a rank 5. And as you could see, because of the max attack that I set in Masteries, this fight is going really fast, but I am still losing a bit too much health. So I don't think I will be running this setup anymore for Alliance War, especially if I have that 5-minute timer. So 30 seconds in and Mojo is down. He was very cooperative, and yeah, I can't say I'm disappointed in that one. It was a bit risky, but it's Quake, you know, anything can happen. But I was just sure that he would not have enough time to get a lot of power from that prompt. He did get like about 10%, but that's about it. So the next matchup there is, I'm going to go against Rhino, and this video is long, so I'm going to fast forward through this one. This fight was terrible. All I had to do was parry heavy, and I couldn't get the parry heavies out. I went to hit against his block once. It registered as an intercept. Well, he intercepted me when I went towards him in the corner. There were so many things wrong with this one, but I'm just going to speed forward to this one. It is a terrible fight. I wasn't going to lose to Rhino, but it is a good champion for that placement, and he never disappoints. Would I use Warlock again against him? Yes, because it's not difficult. All I had to do was parry heavy majority of the time, and it just wasn't happening on my phone. I even ate a special 2 to the face while holding block. Right there, I have no idea what happened, but it said that I released block and took that to the face. But as you could see, I have 34% and he still is at 60. But I am going to end this fight pretty soon, because I just can't possibly see myself dying to a Rhino. So I am actually going to spam my special 2s. And I did get a few heavies in, but as you could see, 3 special 2s and this fight was over. I should have started with special 2s as well rather than going to special 3s, but like I said, it was a very, very, very miserable start to that fight. This one on the other hand, like I said, I do like using Warlock for it. And as you can see from the starting, he's defensive, so I am going to go for an intercept like I did there, which also triggered protection. So I am going to trigger protection again, which means I have to intercept him to remove them, also remove the Ebb&Flow Intercept. So it is a lot to look at when it comes to the protection. As long as you know that you do have to remove it, then you are safe. I am trying to bait out the special one, but it's just not coming. So I am going to try to push him back into his corner and go and see if I could bait out that special one again. And it seems like he's not cooperating with me at this point. So this fight is a lot longer than I would have expected. Yep, his special one is still there. Now he's going to release it. So I am going to go in. I'm not going to try to perform an intercept because he was at a bar of power. And as you can see, he's gaining power very, very, very quickly at this point. So I'm going to take this special 2 to the block, which will eat a lot of my health, but I do know that I run the risk of losing a lot of health at this point. But I am keeping an eye out on the power and trying not to push him to 3 bars, and take another special 2 to the block, which is actually doing a lot of damage. Tried to go for an intercept there, but it did not work. Tried to go for another one there, but it did not work. Did not get an intercept on that one. So as you could see, he's still at 79 and I just had to pull a intercept out of the bag. So basically this fight is not going my way yet, but I am sure that I could pull it out. Now don't worry about that. That is just my battery's life, not yours. I am going to go for more intercepts as soon as I get a chance. Not that it would make a difference, but I do have to get another one in as soon as possible so I could remove the protection that he is getting there from the Ebb&Flow. I will not risk it when he has a bar of power, so I am going to try to do it now. Just because he is at 21% and he is almost down. So I am trying to get a good position where I can actually intercept him. And it is not coming, and his power gain is just a lot. I do have 3 bars of power and I do not want to use it yet until I get an intercept in, which I did. And now I'm going to bang that special 3, hoping that he does not recover from it. And I think this match should be over by now. Yep, so that was a very long match. This is the longest I've ever taken Warlock versus Immortal Abomination, but as long as you play slow and safe, you should be okay. The next one I'm going to take is actually Hitmonkey. Currently, no one seems to be moving at this point, or everyone is asleep, but I did pop the 6 hours Alliance War boost, and I did not want to go to bed without getting to Boss Island. So I decided to take this matchup, obviously, because I had the best counter for it anyways. So I was going to use Colossus, but Colossus kind of disappointed me, so I decided to go with the best option here, which is Warlock. And as you can see from the starting, I will get those intercepts in. I am not too concerned about knocking him down. You also know I can't perform heavies against him because of Redouble determination. And the good thing about it is Hitmonkey does not have a good health pool. So as you can see, I'm getting those intercepts in, and just basic hits are getting him down really quick. So I would not recommend putting Hitmonkey there because it's just too easy, and all you have to do is really bait out his special 1 and go back in to do a few intercepts, and he should be down within about 40 hits. Colossus though would not have been a good option in my opinion because he does not have that long reach on the light attack, and you do have to try to get in mediums instead of light. So I did think Warlock was the best option in my opinion. So this match is over. I'm just gonna finish it off with a medium attack. The next one that I am going to take would be on Boss Island, and that's sometime in the morning. And at this point, it doesn't seem like anyone wants to move, so I am actually going to take this Emma because we are running out of time. As you could see, I think it was the 30-minute marker, and we still had guys missing in action. MIA guys, I really didn't know what was going on. Everybody had their minis assigned, and yep, I was not supposed to be on the left. I was more like supposed to be on the right, but no one was moving at that time, and we needed to get bossed down. So Emma, has the unblockable special one, so all you have to do is really bait that out. So I am going to play this match really safe, because at this point I do not have a lot of items left. So I am playing it safe. I am going to bait out the special ones. I am going to try to get a few heavies in like I did there, but he had Limber on. A few guys did not have Limber on. I think one was Immortal Abomination, I think did not have Max Limber, but this guy really had Max Limber. So I was not careful there, especially since I do not have a lot of time and I am trying to rush this fight so we could actually get bossed down, which did take about a few attempts to do it. It was embarrassing, and I really didn't want to play this video because at this point I did not want to use any boost or any items, because it was a complete disaster. It was a loss. I think I had 8 to 9 fights, and right now I'm looking at the map. We had an hour left, and then now we had 30 minutes left, and at this point I gave up on war. There was no coming back for us. Like, this is ridiculous. I know it's a bunch of fairly new guys, but it was really uncalled for at this point. I was very disappointed. As you could see, we did lose this one to DSVG. I would expect nothing less. They did get a lot of attack bonus, which is good. Ours was terrible. We had 46 kills, deaths, like 46 deaths. Like, it's ridiculous. DSVG ended with 10, which was actually pretty good, not bad. I mean, at this level, if you could end with 10 or less, like I've said last season, it is actually a very good thing for the Alliance. You do know you have to work on a little bit more, but give credit where credit is due. They did have a very good war. Shout out to Lodge, shout out to my buddy Minash and all the other guys with here. Hopefully we see them again in this season. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Peace.